Hi everyone, I know it's been a while. Easter I think is the last time I made a video. About 6 months ago I decided I wanted to try a gnome quilt. So I started watching some different ones on YouTube and I came across the Jelly Roll Club, and she had a Gnome of the Month quilt that she had been working on back in 2022. So I decided to go ahead and try that quilt. So I changed it up a little bit, but one of the first mistakes I made was I just printed out everything randomly, which was a lot of printing out. I do only pay like $5 a month or something to print, but it was a lot of pages, and it used up a lot of my extra things that I had for the extra papers that I could print out from month to month, because it rolls over the HP printing thing. But that was my first mistake. So first of all, decide which of them that you want. And what I ended up actually doing was I decided to do seasons and then holidays, including a birthday one. So those are what I'm doing, and I will show you the ones that I have done. So far. So one of the other things is that they always say wash your fabric. Well, I've been sewing since I was 9. I'm 74, and I've never washed fabric. Seldom do I ever wash fabric. I have, but not very often. I don't like the way the ends come when you wash it, and then you've got to cut all the ends off because it's all stringy and everything. So I don't wash it. Well, for a quilt you need to wash it because it can shrink and it's cut. So I had already made several blocks, and I wanted them actually to be at least 10 by about 11 and a half is what I was planning on. Well, when I washed them, obviously they shrunk, and I ended up having to cut them all to one size, so they ended up 8 3/4 by 11 is what I ended up after I'm done, because I didn't I also didn't allow for the shrinkage when you're putting on the applique. So basically what she shows you how to do it, but I had never thought of this. I have used what they call Wonder Under for years, and the one I used is 725 Pellon. It's Pellon Wonder Under 725. There's also an 805. Not sure what the difference is, but in this case I use 725. And basically you take the pattern is like this. I'll show you. Oh, let me see. This one doesn't have a, so let's do like this one. Okay, so here is what I have done. So here's the picture, and this was the other thing that I didn't need to do. I could have just printed out the pattern. Also could have printed on both sides because you're not cutting out the pattern. So let me show you this. Okay. So the rest of this is going to be showing you the different patterns. So here's the pattern. This is one of the gnome houses. And I made 2 mistakes. Okay, so this part and this part is separate. And the way this turned out didn't make me very happy. And I'm probably going to take it apart. I've already taken some apart. If I don't like it, I'm taking it apart because it's going into the quilt. So basically what this one did, if I can find it here, I believe it was in my fall one. Hold on a sec, I'm coming. Sorry, because that makes it longer. Okay, here it is. Okay, so that is this house here. Okay, so here's the pattern. And I actually I wanted the grass on it. This pattern didn't have the grass on it. I wanted the grass. So basically what I did was I took another pattern that she had that did have the little grass on it, and I added the grass, but I cut it separate. And what I would have liked to have done was I would have taken the whole thing and I would have put this together, and then I would have, when I cut it, I would have cut all of this so that this wasn't here, because I don't care for that and I'm probably going to take it out. So that's one of the squares, and it goes with my fall one, which is I'll show you here quick. So this is the matching, and I'm not going to match them all. They're not all going to be matching on the block background, and they're all not going to be matching like this one is. This one I just happen to use the same because I love that fabric for some reason. I just love that fabric. So what I'm going to be working on, I will be doing a video on Halloween. So this is the Halloween gnome that I made. So I'm going to throw that in there. So basically what I was saying now, first of all, about the fabric. So what I did, you can see all the fabric behind me here. Let me get that, sorry about that, straight. Okay, so here's all the fabric. This is all my cotton and keepsake quilt. It was either purchased most likely at Hobby Lobby or Joann. And so I washed every bit of it. Took me 2 days. And then I rolled it all. I took it all and I rolled it into rolls so it would stay at least as little wrinkled. It does get pretty wrinkly, so I have that. Plus I washed every bit of this fabric, which I've gotten over the years, and most of it has been purchased because I used so much fabric making masks for everybody and giving them away during the pandemic. So that's what I did. I did not wash all of my I did not wash my special occasion, and I did not wash my fleece or my my knit fabric or my felt. So that I did not wash, and I probably should wash, and I probably will do that because I back my quilts with fleece. I don't do the sandwich thing. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is basically what I did. So here's the house. So what you need is, like I said, the Wonder Under, and you're actually using the Wonder Under to trace and and cut out. So on the Wonder Under, there's a rough side and a smoother side, but the smoother side still really tears up your pencil. So you will need a lot of pencils or a mechanical pencil and a lot of extra leads for it, and definitely a pencil sharpener. So basically you're just laying your Wonder Under on it, and then you're just going to trace whatever you're going to do. I don't know what that part is, but I traced that for something. So here is this part here. So that's this part, which was traced from this. And these little lines are saying where it's going to break, so where you stop. So I don't know, some of her patterns are all in one like this, and then there's a little chimney on there, which is this, and I always make that a little longer so it can go under there. So that's what I did on that. The other thing that, other than the washing, is what happened when I washed, because I had done some of the blocks. So when I washed them, they ended up obviously shrinking. So like I said, what I ended up was I had to square them all off to 8 3/4 by 11. And thank goodness at least I had that. So they're pretty darn close. And I am going to do sashing on the sides of each one because I want it to end up being, I think it's 60 by 70 or something like that is what it is. So, so these were, I already showed you these. So this is, like I said, one of the houses. Okay, so these are all designs that I may have, altered a little bit by Jelly Roll Club. And you can check her out, and you just go to her website. It'll be in the more section, and there's a link there to her website that has the patterns on them. But like I said, what you can do is you can take a picture of the actual gnome or the gnome house and put that on your phone, which you can delete later, and just print out the pattern. But you can print patterns on both sides because you're just tracing. This was her pattern too, and this was the extra, and that's going to be the birthday, and I am going to do a gnome that's going to be, and Hello Kitty. I'm going to do it my birthday, which is in October, and Hello Kitty and Harry Potter are probably my two favorite characters, so I'm doing Hello Kitty on this one because I like a lot of pink. Okay, this isn't necessarily going to go together, but I may decide to go ahead and just do this together because I couldn't really find anything in my stash and I didn't want to buy a bunch of new fabric. So this is Elsa, and obviously she represents winter, so I thought that was perfect, and I do have a lot of Disney fabric, so that's from Frozen, and then this is the tree. And as you can see, if you look close, you can see that I used the zigzag stitch on there, and I'll explain more of that when we actually do one of the blocks. Okay, and then here's Santa, and I made like a gingerbread kind of house like with him, and I still might just do a gingerbread house too because I like that, although I do have a lot of winter, I think, blocks. And then this was also one of Jelly Roll Club's, and that's a flower, and I did it in purple and blue. Kwanzaa, and I probably should have done this part a little bit darker. Valentine's, it's Valentine gnome. That's going to be my spring gnome. This is my St. Patrick's Day, and there's his pot of gold. And then I have the Easter. So here's the little Easter gnome, and here's her little house, and it's a little teapot, which I really like that little teapot a lot. And then I have my summer, and that's my little summer girl with her little caterpillar, and this is all Jelly Roll, and she did include this little caterpillar. And then this one is going to go with her like summer vacation. So this one, I actually got this design from Pay It Forward, which is another subscription that I have to, and I think it's adorable. And then this is a sunflower that I made on, I have an embroidery machine, so I made that. The only problem with making it on the embroidery machine is that this was not an applique, it's actually all thread, which makes it thick. So I'm not positive I'm going to leave that on there. I may actually do a sun by hand because I'm just not, I just think it's too heavy. And this is 4th of July, and this one is Day of the Dead, and then there's Thanksgiving. So I've got those so far. I think I have about 18 to 20 done, and I'm going to need 30 altogether. So I will get back to you on, if I can push this back up. So I will get back to you, and we will be working on a Halloween haunted house to go with the Halloween theme with a tree. So if you want to stay tuned for that, I will put the link to that one in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just trying to get you so that you don't make the same mistakes that I do. So you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. I know it's early for Halloween, but oh well. We love Halloween. Bye.